there's a bug in my water. I need to save it.
I'm sorry. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm Risa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like that kind of thing, well, that's okay. We're not everyone's cup of tea. We've been told that our whole lives. But you can find other podcasts that will work for you somewhere
That's
out
true.
there.
There's
Just
someone
not
there
going to
for
be
you.
us.
No.
There
There's
are
a
other
great podcast for you.
There are other podfish in the cast sea.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. So, sister, what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to be talking about different game locations and which ones we think work well.
Yeah. So, when I was thinking locations inside of the games as well. Not just like the game location.
Not just like the whole locale, but
Yeah. So, like...
Yes.
Also, I can't believe we didn't talk about traveling via Bob on our last episode.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about...
I'm so sorry. And we're going to have Bob lovers who are going to be like, hey, you forgot about him. Because they're not going to see this.
We forgot about the gondolas, too.
We did. Oh my god, I
know there's not as many stands for the gondolas as there are for Bob.
For Bob. But, you know, I cannot believe we somehow forgot. Ugh. Okay, well.
This is good.
That's fine. You guys are going to wait 2 weeks.
In the next episode, right?
Yeah, we caught it within like 20 minutes. You guys are like going to wait 2 weeks to figure out that we forgot those things.
We're gonna get a bunch of comments on it.
Oh yeah, we are.
And it's
That's
gonna
okay.
look like we...
I know. And yet...
Oh well.
It is what it is. They can look at the metadata, okay? They can look at the metadata on the audio.
Or I can put a little preamble.
I guess you could. Or you could just drive the engagement. This is why we're bad at being
That's
like
true. We
marketing
just try to
ourselves.
give y'all the answers.
God. Can't believe this. We're so terrible.
Aren't you glad you came back for another episode? If you hadn't listened to this episode after the previous one, you never would have gotten that we knew.
Exactly.
So anyway, locations. So yeah, what are ones that like stand out to you in general?
So I have like what stands out to me that went really well and something that stands out to me that doesn't work very well. So for something that works really well, I'm going to say the ghost town in Dry Creek in Shadow Ranch. I think that one works really well because it has a lot of really good storytelling. There are things to look into. There are like things to find. You're there for multiple different quests. It adds to the story. I think that's a really good location.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Absolutely.
Same game, I feel like the kitchen inside of Shadow Ranch, the kitchen is not well designed. The way that you have to do things, I feel like is very there's not a lot going on. Yes, there is some lore and stuff in there, but I feel like you can't it's not as interactive in a way that I think that Dry Creek is. But Dry Creek could always be better if you would let us go through the fucking little graveyard.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, can you let us?
That's all
inspect?
We needed.
Oh my gosh, I feel like it would be perfection if we could just get a little more detail in all of the parts of it.
Yeah.
I recognize that. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know if we've said that this one should be remastered, but I will hold to that. Let's do a remastered version of this in which we can, use the newfound love for architecture that came from the Prague game.
Yeah.
And
which looked fantastic. Like, that's the stuff
gorgeous.
that looked amazing in that game.
We'll get to that.
But, but currently,
I'm definitely coming back to that one.
Yes.
I feel like, any place that has detail, I think things that you should look for in making a good game location are details, ambiance, like, because if a place has, like, fantastic ambiance, like Beach Hill, like, the whole back, like part of it
area
has such great ambiance. I wish it could be a little more, like, a little bigger, first of all, but then also, like, again, more in detail.
Yeah. I feel like it always has to, like, for me, what, like, makes a really good game location is, does this location add anything to the plot? Does this location have a personality of its own? And does this location have, like, things to do? Or is it something you go to once and then never go back to? For me, I think that, like, speaking about, I keep going back to Shadow Ranch, but let's pick another one. I just love Shadow Ranch as a location. Okay, how about the like, cemetery area in
which one?
Thornton Hall. Thornton Hall.
Okay.
That is fantastic because there's stuff for you to look at, incredible details going to all of the graves, say something different, and there are voice lines recorded for each of them. Every single grave adds another layer to the story, to the family. And also, like, you have to go to it for several different things. You have to find the grave, you have to get into the crypt, you have to do the scavenger hunt to find things. Like, I think that makes that a fantastic location. Yeah,
absolutely. But again, it is always going to be skewed when there's a graveyard involved for us.
That's true. Yeah,
graveyard or cemetery, either one. But, like, okay.
Oh, and I want to clarify that if anyone at home is like, the difference between a cemetery and a graveyard, we know. Graveyard is attached to a church, cemetery is freestanding. We know. We just say them interchangeably sometimes.
Why I like to just pull them out.
Yep, so we know. We do know the difference. You can still leave the comment if you want, but you'll feel foolish.
Engagement, sister.
You'll feel foolish about leaving the comment after we then correct you. You'll be like, "Aw, man. Aw, shucks. I'm so embarrassed."
But yeah.
But yes, adding a cemetery, like, just, oh my gosh, I love all of the locations in, it's just Crystal Skull, but I feel like the location that is best and worst at the same time is the entire cemetery, because I do like that all of the locations have things there, but I really wish that it wasn't so circuitous.
Yes.
I just want to have, like, it's just a little difficult for me to figure out, like, where I am, and I know, like, it's a game for children, and children can do that, and I can't. But I still, that's why, to me, that's, like, my one downside to that area, because otherwise, I love it so much.
Same, yeah. It has, again, some of the best ambiance in a heavily ambianced game. I definitely said ambianced, but I don't care. Ambiance.
Don't start me with French right now.
That game doesn't have ambiance. It has ambiance. That's like,
don't get me started
tangent.
On French.
Tangent. There is, it'll keep you on French, don't worry.
Okay.
Tangent, there is there's a Michael Bay film, the Ambu LA, and so it's ambulance, but it's got the L and the A big so that it's in LA.
Yeah.
Sorry. And it's apparently based on a French film.
Oh.
In a sort of, kind of. And so every time that I refer to that movie, I refer to it as Ambulance. Ambulance.
Indeed.
But yeah.
I just learned a new French song for the baby.
Oh.
There's a child in my room whose French is another language spoken in her life. So I've been learning songs in a lot of different languages recently. But the French one that is just in my head now, it just lives there now. Le petit poisson dans nage, 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 nage. Le petit poisson dans nage qui le gros. There we go. But I can't do the French R. But that's okay. So that's my talk about French. That's what's in my head. I keep hearing the song in my head, so it's kind of driving me insane. But that's okay. But
I'm gonna ride your tangent on over to
Danger
a
by
location
Design
in France. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that one could have been done so much better.
Yeah.
You were given the most beautiful, unanimously voted, the most beautiful city in the world. The City of Light. And the ambiance sucks.
It really does. It's just bad.
It's
no
good.
It's really weird. It's like the
and we're in a fucking
windmill,
and I'm not excited about this location.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
That's a failure.
It is. It's just, I feel like the vibes in that game are just off. And it is not helped by the weird choices of where there are locations, and more choices again on
why do I them?
Yeah. I just don't know. It's weird. It's just kind of weird. But it is very much the opposite of to me, I feel like words. Danger on Deception Island has a fantastic vibe all the way through it.
All it has
is through
going
and
for
through.
It.
It's got majorly fantastic vibes, great locations, and it makes you feel you can kind of feel the fog. I don't know. For me, I think it's just because that's something that was pretty normal for us. But to me, that location really it brings to mind that feeling. But then you look at what they've done in Danger by Design, and honestly, I'm going to add in Phantom of Venice. You're dropped, and you know what? Captive Curse. What I don't feel like this location is actually it feels so surface
Captive
level.
Curse specifically.
Yeah,
it is so surface level. I've said it before, and I'll say it 1,000 times over. It is a set. It is just a movie set.
They could
you don't get to go into anything.
They could have been in Pennsylvania, and it would be the exact same thing.
Yep.
It just does not add anything to the story. You don't get to explore any of it. You don't get to feel like you understand any of the culture. You could tell me it was filmed. It was based anywhere, and I would just kind of believe you because there's nothing. I don't know.
It's in Wisconsin, sure. So is Marie Antoinette's castle.
Yeah, you know what? But I think that's what Venice, I feel about some of those. Mm-hmm. I think Phantom of Venice is better than the others, but it's still just
strong.
It's so weird.
It's got a better vibe. However, it fails. You see so little architecture.
Yeah.
And that is what Venice is famous for. That's the only reason it is still loved because it's sinking. Every time anybody goes there, they are walking in water in their hotel room. And the only reason they're still going there is because it is still gorgeous. It just has to be underwater now, apparently.
You know.
But yeah, no, they failed there.
Yeah.
I do like the Italian conversations that they throw in.
Yeah.
So that is pretty good.
That's way better than...
So that's like a...
I mean...
mid.
If we want to talk about, like, the location does not matter at all, let's fucking talk about Shattered Medallion. It technically is set in New Zealand.
But why? What's the point? Just to have us be secluded? Because, like...
I don't know. I don't know what the point is. I don't know why they chose that location. I don't know why none of the, whatchamacallit, like, the locations don't make sense, and there's nothing, no narrative. There's no narrative to the locations in that game. And I think that's just awful.
Beautiful, natural setting in the world. Again, unanimously. Every movie is set there for a reason. It's gorgeous.
Yep.
So why did we get what we got? We were bottlenecked, first of all. Yep. Like, it was a very... the only word that's coming to mind is phallic trail. I mean, think about it and tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway. So it was... Yeah, that one's a failure.
And it makes sense when you know that they only based it in New Zealand because of, like, a contest or something, and a fan got to pick the location of the next game. And that's what they did with New Zealand. That's what they chose to do with New Zealand. Can you believe? God, it's just so... the racism, you know? It's the racism about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because, of course, they don't want to actually depict, like, stuff that happens there and people who live there because they want to divorce it from the people. And instead it's just this remote, beautiful, island. And it's like...
not populated anywhere.
I don't know. There's something just kind of icky about that to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of how I feel about Skiprut.
I think it is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is beautiful. I think it succeeds in making, like, the feeling of it, like the cold, damp, like, super, like, sharp, right? You know, air. Yeah, I think it is really good at conveying that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how successful it is at conveying Iceland.
Yeah.
Because, again, it could be Alaska, and it would be, like...
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing really that really ties it to Iceland, for me. Especially since, like, the main ship, like, storyline is not about people from Iceland.
No.
So it's just
coming
like,
to Iceland.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's about the colonizers.
Yeah, so despite the fact that, like, I do enjoy that location on, like, a vibes level, if we are going to separate it.
It has the same inherent issues that Shattered Medallion Space does.
I think so. Yeah. But Shattered Medallion is then also just, it doesn't actually make you feel like the jungle atmosphere, that it's kind of, like, it's not jungle, obviously, but you know what I mean? It doesn't have the sounds that would be there. It doesn't have the life. It doesn't bring the feeling of, like, a muggy day, you know, that it should. It's just really pretty, but there's not enough ambiance anywhere in it, in my opinion.
To me.
Yes, to me.
In my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to agree.
No. Actually, you do. Because I'm right. Yeah, so this is a completely objective situation here, not subjective at all. No.
Not in any way, shape, or form.
But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that. And then, if I want to talk about another location, like, I'm gonna pivot and come to one that the game itself is really like hit or miss, and that's Stay Tuned for Danger. I feel like the prop room, immaculate vibes, so good, so much so going dusty. For it there. It's fantastic. I can feel that. I can, like, feel it and understand it. The soundstage is sterile. I can't look at anything. There's nothing going on there.
There's no sign of workmen. You know what I mean? It's empty. All...
And it's, like, an emptiness that you can feel.
Yeah.
It's not an emptiness if everyone just left the room. It's an emptiness of, like, there's not been anyone in there.
Yeah.
Which I think fails. Because what you should feel like in a place like that is that there are people outside of you. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like you're seeing what's going on in your world and everything, but there's a feeling that something's going on in the other room, you know? And I don't think that Stay Tuned for Danger captures that feeling in any of its environments.
And again, that's one of those that I think could really benefit from a remastering, because it has great potential.
It does.
It's just one of those that is doomed by virtue of when it was made.
Yeah.
That's all.
Pretty much. But at the same time, I feel like, weirdly enough, Secrets Can Kill, the original and the remaster, the school actually feels like this is like a spring break or something. Like, it feels like there's usually people here, but they're not here right now. Mm-hmm. And it captures that vibe in a really, impressive way to me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's no one in the next room, but, like, there were people here. This space is lived in. This space is used. You know?
Yeah.
I can wax and wane, apparently, about video game locations. I guess this is, like, just a great way to get me just being philosophical about it all. It's all metaphorical, obviously.
Yes. Quite.
Yes. It's very, this is what happens when I get, like, okay, so my therapist keeps doing this thing to me where she prompts me with something and then lets me explain it to her. She's just encouraging info dumping, which is great. But it also means that at the end of the session, I'm like, and so that's what anti-bias education means and what it looks like and why I care about it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
A lot of conversations like those at work. It was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, that's what this felt like just then. Just like I'm really just talking about the vibes and the feelings, and I think a game that also nails this place is usually lived in but is not right now is Haunted Carousel. I think that one perfectly feels like when inside of a closed amusement park. Like, it feels like people were here and it's closed and it feels empty but still feels full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can feel the energy that's normally there. I don't know. I feel like that's because we grew up going to Balboa Park.
Yeah.
And so, like, we understand that that's a genuine feeling of places that can be
like
packed.
going into the botanical building when it's like empty and there's no one there, and you're just feeling like there's a sense of like I want to say comparable to like liminal spaces, right?
Yeah.
Of a place that's usually filled with people, but when you're there, when it's quiet and there's no one there, like you can feel the energy of the people. Like you can feel the lack of presence. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
And also,
Agreed.
like when we would, back in the day, Disney for a while did a Southern California resident pass that was only like $150 a year. So for a couple years we got that, and we could go on days that were not very popular. And there was that exact vibe. Like, you'd go to California Adventures on like a random Tuesday, and it was just like in February, and there's just no one there. And so it feels like a completely different like vibe than when you go in the middle of July. Right. And it's pack-filled with people on their summer vacations. Like
February, we can just run through the California Screamin' line. We don't gotta wait for anything. Or even better when it's soaring over California, although I don't think that exists anymore.
I have no idea.
They replaced it.
Like soaring, it's soaring something, I think. I don't know. Apparently Disneyland, Disneyland has gone very, very badly apparently now. So yeah, it's whatever.
I don't care.
But yeah, locations. So yeah, that's my thought of what it feels like. Whereas on the other hand, you like have the feeling of yes, there's stuff going on in the next room that does that really well. Is Haunting of Castle Malloy in the inn. And also, the Hot Kettle Cafe is really good for that.
I was getting ready to say.
The sound work they did for that one, chef's kiss. Like, I think sound design is something that is often underappreciated as adding to the vibe and the ambiance of something.
We see you, Foley artists.
Yeah, we love you. We appreciate you. And when your fire alarm goes off, please don't stop to sample it. Please leave your building.
Please, just
like, we appreciate the hard work that you put into this, but, like, keep yourself safe.
I was watching Minecraft Live earlier because, I know you're listening to this in the future, but this is the past, so that just happened today. Anyway, I was watching it earlier, and there was a whole part where, they focused on a Foley artist who's been getting a lot of animal sounds for the new animal rebuilds. Cool. And so it's just this whole video of her like being pushed around by animals. And so, sorry, that's all I could think of. It's just like she ends it with like, oh yeah, I could have gotten killed by those pigs. I'm risking my life. I was like, you are adorable. Anyway. Yeah.
That's a very specific example. Yeah. You know, it is, yeah. It is, though.
R.I.P. those fallen,
Foley artists.
So dedicated to their craft.
And who made the squelch sound for the elevator death? That's my question. Ooh. That's the sound design that we don't talk about enough. Squelch.
Additionally, another one that comes to mind is in the movie Anaconda, the original movie, not the most recent redo. There's a part where Owen Wilson he's the sound guy, so he's out getting like background noise. And he gets eaten. Spoiler for Anaconda, but he gets eaten. And it's was the sound of the cicadas worth it, bud? No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Foley artists, take care of yourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so...
and I feel like that's what?
Sound design. Okay, sound design adding to a location but also still, like, the location feeling bad is, oh my god, the sound design in Creature of Kapu Cave is so amazing. But where are the fucking, like, people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are only 2 of the characters we interact with actually Hawaiian? Like,
yeah,
it's not good. It's giving it's giving the Maya disappeared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not. It has the same issue that Shattered Medallion has.
Yeah, and then I'll go a little further even and say that it's the same problem that keeps Shadow Ranch from being truly, because we're in the middle of a desert. We're out, but you've shown that there's people about, and so where there are few people, there are going to be other people, and especially the then lack of native people. Specifically, because it's like, if there are no white people out here, then you'd better believe that the natives are like, we'll take it. It's fine. We'll make do. So.
So that's the way that we can talk about how sometimes a location can have great vibes, but like when you think about what it means.
Yeah.
What do what are we sacrificing?
Yeah.
And what are we doing to make these things more palatable to the young white Christian target audience?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to actually push back on anything that might be kind of controversial.
Yeah.
So
remember that person who said to us, don't have to get political?
Oh, yeah. And I was just like, wow, you guys are listening to the wrong podcast because, hi, yeah, we have opinions. Hi. Don't come to the Sisters with Opinions podcast and get mad that we have opinions.
Krolmeister.
That is one of the funniest. That was honestly the funniest comment that we've received. Yeah. I still laugh thinking about it. Just like the person who, I had a comment on one of my 5-minute game reviews, and they were like, you're not supposed to spoil the whole story. And I had very clearly not. I'm like, what? What?
There's so much more. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? But yeah. People are weird, but that's okay. Do we have anything else to say about locations?
No. I love locations. I feel like they really add to a game. They're one of the best, I don't need to be out in nothingness. I don't need to be in the Matrix. Just...
Yeah. Oh, but we didn't even talk about Prague.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we said we'd come back to Prague. Yeah. Fucking, okay. This is one that suffers from absolutely everything we just talked about, and also benefits from a lot of the things we just talked about. So, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
Not enough shit to fill it.
No.
Definitely not enough people to fill it.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because I have never seen the streets of Prague that empty.
That's not even it. Like, I don't even care if it would be empty, but it's the same models. The people who are there are just the same people over and over again. And that is, frustrating, because it's like you guys put so much effort, obviously, into this beautiful location, and then you really, you just cheaped out on the models.
It's because they decided to add the WASD.
Yeah.
I think that made it so that they felt that basically they could have gotten away with less detailed designs.
Yeah.
If they'd had it be a point and click. But instead, what we gain in being able to look at details of the building, we lose in seeing the Matrix break because we have two of the same person on either side of the courtyard.
Yeah.
Because that breaks me.
It does. But yeah, and it's hard. I feel like they definitely improved the location, obviously, from Midnight in Salem. So, like, it's a huge step forward on that. But
for sure.
It's the same issue of, like, I feel like they're allocating money in the wrong places a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I would take a slightly less polished version of Prague if I could have more people.
Yes, more of a sense of...
Yeah. But I also know that, like, they're also trying to make the games, like, playable on, like, because the people who play Nancy Drew games do not often overlap with the people who have good computers. Like, for a lot of Nancy Drew fans,
that's true,
at large, the only games they play are, like, Nancy Drew. A lot of people don't play other games. They'll play just, like, hidden object games. So they don't need a computer that's going to play Minecraft in 4K. You know?
Right.
So I understand that when you're taking that into account and you're figuring out what you want to do with your, like, game and where you want to try and save space, I feel like I would be happier with... I would sacrifice some being able to go around WASD right now if it meant that the shots that we do see are polished, and then you can spend your other things elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, instead of focusing on making sure every angle of the set looks amazing, and a lot of it does. It's beautiful. But I feel like I don't care about being able to see behind things. I would rather...
Other end of it...
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, other end of it is Midnight in Salem, again, back to that.
Yeah.
In that, honestly, some of those locations, the ambiance is phenomenal.
Pretty good.
It's pretty fucking good. I genuinely enjoy the ambiance of walking through the woods.
Yeah.
But they put all the money into everything else.
No, they didn't put the money into anything. Midnight in Salem is like...
That's... by which I mean the asset pack that they purchased.
Yeah.
For like $5.99.
I know. That shit was pretty awful. But I'm glad they, like, there's an improvement. There's an improvement from Midnight in Salem. Very much appreciate that. But I feel like they just spent more energy on the wrong things. And, like, yes. I'm still appreciative of what they did. It's lovely. It just feels like they could have put that work and the resources and stuff towards making it a good experience overall.
I feel like we approach Her Interactive as we would like a child. It's like, look, we just don't think you're putting in as much effort as you can. We think
okay, no, if you want me to talk to Her Interactive, we know you are
capable of so much.
No. Don't do this. No. Okay. I'm going to treat Her Interactive like they're a child. This is what I would do. I'm noticing you're spending a lot of resources on making sure the entire world is looking really nice. I'm worried that if you are spending that much on the environment but not putting the work in on, like, the main mechanics and stuff like that, I'm worried that people are going to be frustrated playing your game and it won't be a great experience overall. What you should do is maybe reallocate some of your energy to other things. That way it can become a pleasant experience for all of your players instead of just a good experience in some ways and a mediocre to poor experience in other ways.
We got rid of Penny. Does that work? I'm clearly voicing as Her Interactive now. Is that good enough? Does that help? Let's find out.
Yeah, so that's my feeling on the matter. That's how I would phrase that to a person using my 3-step personal message.
Wonderful.
Yep. I sometimes find I use it on the undergrads as well, not just on children.
Hey.
It is what it is.
If you've got a formula that works, it works.
That's yep.
Find the autistics.
Yeah, we'll help you. That's we were talking about locations, and vibes. And honestly,
I meant that it was spot the autistics.
Oh no, I know. But yeah, so that's the end of the podcast. Let us know what you think about it on all of the things all of the places that we are at.
Podcast listeners, I want you to know that we are also getting a raid at the same time, and so it's like, well, that sucks. So, you can follow us on... Sorry.
Yeah, no, you can find us on all the places. Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, KrolmeisterSisters.KnifeFightClub.com, Tumblr. We still have that for now.
We do!
It's still there. And sometimes you can buy things from us on Etsy. But since I did not have access to my basement, which is where all of my merch is stored, I had to have the store on vacation mode for the last 3 months. But look at me. If you're able to see this visually, you'll see that I am, in fact, in my office again. So, there's that. Now your bit.
All right. Now my bit is hey, and you can find us at Apple Podcast and Spotify and YouTube. I think that's it. But you could just find us and you can leave like comments or reviews. And that'd be super duper, Mr. Cooper.
Be very nice. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you would like to spend some of your discretionary funds on helping us out, you can support us on Twitch or you can support us on Patreon. So yeah, as a reminder, I'm Risa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters, and we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.